Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation from Signal to Shield, oper- operationalizing threat intelligence and automated response in Microsoft 365. I am Shilpi Mittal, handling security at a major food manufacturing organization. With me, we have Ankit Gupta, who works in a financial organization. This presentation is part of Cyber Back to School Series 2025. In this session, we will explore how Microsoft 365's security tools help defenders go from detecting threat signals to rising up protective shield automatically. This is a technical blue team focused talk where we will dive into Microsoft's latest capabilities for threat intelligence and automated incident response. By the end of this session, you will understand how to harness Microsoft 365 Defender Sentinel Security Copilot to respond to threats faster and more effectively. Let's start. We will begin by surveying the current threat landscape and why organizations are overwhelmed by security signals. Then we will identify the signals and tools in Microsoft 365 that provide visibility into threats, spanning identities, emails, endpoints, and cloud applications. Next, we will introduce Microsoft's integrated security platform, how tools like Defender, Sentinel, and Copilot work together. We will also discuss Microsoft's global threat intelligence capabilities and how they inform protection. The core of the talk will showcase automated response in action, including the XDR approach in Microsoft 365 Defender, automated investigations and remediations, and an example of automated remediation for phishing emails. We will then cover advanced protection features, including automated attack disruption and orchestration response with Microsoft Sentinel's SOAR feature. Finally, we will wrap up with best practice for operationalizing threat intelligence and automation in your SOC. The threat landscape in 2025 is daunting. Attack volume have exploded. Microsoft alone tracked more than 30 billion phishing emails targeting its customer in 2024. Think about this scale, billions of malicious emails plus countless malware incidents, identity attacks, and more. Overall, Microsoft now processes over 84 trillion security signals every day. These signals come from login attempts, emails, device, cloud services, essentially very digital activity might hold clues of an attack. For Defender, these translates to a firehouse of alerts. No human team can manually shift through so many swift through so many signals, meaning important alerts can be get buried. Meanwhile, attackers are now slowing down. We observe an average of 7,000 password attacks per second, often utilizing bots and AI to identify vulnerabilities. Sophisticated adversaries, including nation states and ransomware gangs, launch multifaceted attacks that can progress in minutes. This reality creates a critical need for two key components, threat intelligence to separate the signal from the noise and highlighting hazardous activity, and automation to respond at machine speed when a threat is confirmed. Our session today will focus on how Microsoft 365 provide these capabilities, helping you stay ahead of and even anticipate modern threats. Let's ground ourselves in what signals we have inside Microsoft 365. Microsoft Security Stack covers a breadth of resources, identity signals. Every authentication event in Azure AD, not part of Entra ID, is a signal. We can detect things like impossible travel, login in from too far apart location quickly, or a typical behavior that might indicate stolen credentials. Microsoft Intra ID identity protection generates risk alerts for suspicious sign-ins, leaked credentials, and so forth. These identities related alerts are crucial. Attackers often target users' account first. Email and collaboration. Email remain the first entry point for attackers. Microsoft Defender for Office 365 continuously scan incoming emails for phishing and malware. It also detonates links and attachments in a sandbox. These tools generate signals like phishing email detected or user clicked malicious link. Given the huge amount of Office 365 traffic, this is a rich signal source. And then we have Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, runs on Windows clients and servers, serving an endpoint detection and response sensor. It watches for suspicious processes, files, or behaviors like credential dumping tools, ransomware, encryption behavior, etc. If something malicious happens on a device, an alert is fired. Endpoints are where we often catch malware in action. Again, Microsoft Defender for cloud apps monitor usage for SaaS applications, looking for risky activities like data exfiltration from SharePoint, unusual Dropbox uploads, etc. Additionally, Microsoft Defender for Cloud covers Azure and other cloud workload, generating security alerts. These cloud-oriented signals round out the pictures, especially as attacker target cloud resources. For organization with hybrid environment, Defender for Identity, formerly Azure ATP, monitor your on-prem Active Directory. It detects threats such as pass the hash attacks, golden ticket attempts, and lateral movement on your internal network, sending alerts to cloud portal. Together, these sources feed Microsoft 365 security system with a comprehensive view of your environment's activity. In next slides, we will see how Microsoft use these signals along with the global intel to help you prioritize and respond. Microsoft offers an integrated security platform. Think of it as all piece of a puzzle fitting together from end-to-end defense. The image on the slide illustrates the integration. At the center is Microsoft's XDR and SIM, surrounded by a pillar of identity, devices, apps, data, and infrastructure, all enhanced by AI and Security Copilot, AI with Security Copilot. The key components includes Microsoft Defender. This is XDR, Extended Detection and Response solution that unifies multiply security products, Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Office 365, Defender for Identity, Defender for Cloud Apps. Instead of siloed tool, M365 Defender provide a single a portal where signals from all those sources come together. We will explore how it correlates and responds to threats across domains. A separate but integrated component, Sentinel, is Microsoft's cloud native SIM and SOAR. It can ingest not only Microsoft 365 data, but also logs from third-party system. Importantly, Sentinel adds orchestration and automation via playbook. We will talk about using Sentinel to automate complex response across system. And then the identity platform feeding authentications and access signals. It's integrated through things like conditional access. For example, if Defender flags a device as high risk, Entra can automatically block that device or require MFA. Identities and threat protection work hand in hand. Then we have Intune. Uh, this manage device configuration and compliance. It complements Defender by forcing policies like requiring device to be healthy, patched, or even isolated, or wiping compromised device as a part of response. While our focus is mainly threat protection, Purview's insight, for instance, a DLP alert that a compromised account accessed sensitive data can be part of incident story. It's another piece of intelligence in the platform. Microsoft's new AI security assistant, security copilot, which overlies the entire platform. It can summarize incidents, recommend actions, and even autonomously handle certain tasks using the underlying tools. We will see how Copilot brings everything together with AI-driven guidance. All these components share signals and can act in concrete. For example, a single incident might involve a suspicious sign-in, a malicious email, uh, Office 365, and malware on device endpoint. And Microsoft platform is designed to connect those dots automatically. Moving to the next. Um, Microsoft Threat Intelligence. Capabilities are massive with visibility across global digital ecosystem. Microsoft tracks over 78 trillion signals daily from Windows, Azure, Office 365, partner data with the internet scans. The massive visibility acts like a global radar with a Microsoft Threat Intelligence Center, combining analysts and AI to turn raw data into actionable insights such as malicious IPs, malware signatures, and attacker group tactics. Microsoft Defender Threat Intelligence, MDTI, lets SOC teams query this intelligence directly, providing context on domains, IPs, or file hashes. Titan, Microsoft AI-powered graph, connects related infrastructure, uncovering threats before they strike. For example, if one customer detects a new malware hash, Titan can instantly identify associate domains or IPs, distributing protections across the ecosystem. Community defense creates a powerful network effect. A phishing URL or malware file detected in one tenant is quickly blocked for everyone. Signals from endpoints, identities, and email flow across Defender, Sentinel, and other Microsoft tools to create unified protection that strengthens with every direction. Intelligence continuously fuels automation and AI. Defender enriches alerts with context. Sentinel correlates threat intel with logs for sharper detection. And Security Copilot leverages global knowledge to guide analysts with AI-driven recommendations. The outcome is operationalized defense. Global intelligence automatically strengthens local environment, reducing attacker dwell time and freeing analysts to focus on complex investigation rather than routine triage. The threat intelligence is valuable only when it's actionable. Microsoft 365 Defender automatically enriches alert with TI context. For example, tagging an IP as malicious, trickbot, botnet, or noting known bad domains and file hashes. This saves analysts time and immediately clarifies severity and the scope. Threat analytics reports provide tailored intelligence on new threats, including attack details, IOCs, and migration steps. They appear directly in the portal and often include hunting queries, making it easy for SOC teams to act quickly. Proactive IOC searches further extend this using advanced hunting in Defenders or queries in Sentinel. Analysts can look for indicators like a malware hash across these environments, uncovering infections that may have evaded real-time detection. Customer custom threat feeds can also be integrated. Sentinel and MDTI support third-party intelligence, correlate, correlating it with existing logs and incidents so you aren't limited to Microsoft provided data. Operationalizing TI also means prevention. Defenders indicators feature let you block IP, domains, or file hashes globally, or mark exceptions. For instance, a phishing domain identified from a feed can be proactively blocked before it reach user. In short, Microsoft platform enables TI at every stage, enriching alert, delivering in product reports, supporting proactive hunts, integrating custom feeds, and applying preventive controls. A significant advantage of Microsoft XDR approach is how it unifies related alerts into a single incident. In past, a phishing email and the resulting malware infection might appear in different consoles, leaving analysts to connect the dot manually. With Microsoft 365 Defender, that correlation happens automatically. Alerts tied to the same user, device, or email are grouped into a single incident with a clear time. Email received and clicked. Malware executed 2 hours later, providing a narrative and causality instant for fragmented signals. This unified incident view makes it easier to scope the attack. Analysts can see all impacted assets, users, mailbox, devices, even lateral movement attempts linked together. Defender aggregates data from Endpoint, Office 365, identity, and cloud apps, and can also pull in Sentinel alerts if connected. Whether the attack vector is email, on-prem AD, or cloud app, you get one coherent incident. For SOC, This reduced noise and accelerated triage. Instead of juggling 5 separate alerts, analysts get one incident story to work with. Uh, it's very simplified, and it prioritization is easy for the same portal. From the same portal, they can respond directly, isolating a machine, triaging a malware, or they can trigger a scan, resetting a compromised account password, or purging a malicious email across mailboxes. By treating multiple products as one suite, Microsoft 365 Defender embodies the essence of XDR, turning scattered signals into a single shield and enabling coordinated cross-domain response from a unified view. Now I will pass it to Ankit to walk you through the automated investigation process in Defender.
Thank you, Shilpi. Imagine having a virtual analyst who never sleeps and can handle dozens of incidents in parallel. That's what automated investigation and response AIR in Microsoft 365 Defender provides. Often described as a self-healing SOC capability, AIR investigates alerts automatically, pulling threads like the detected file, process, device, and logged in user. It hunts for related signals, determines verdicts, malicious, suspicious, or clean, and takes or recommends remediations actions. These actions mirror what a human analyst would do: quarantining files, stopping processes, isolating machines, blocking IPs or URLs, or even suspending user accounts if compromise is suspected. Organizations can control automation levels of semi automatic, requiring approval, or fully automatic. Many start in semi mode to build trust, then gradually expand on automation. When fully deployed, AIR becomes truly self healing. For example, malware lands on a device at 2 a.m. Defender raises an alert, AIR investigates, finds related registry entries, quarantines the file, removes persistent, and isolates the machine, all within few minutes. By morning, the analyst only reviews the logged actions. AIR investigations are dynamic too. If new alerts surface on the same user or device mid-investigation, AIR links them with AI links them together, expanding scope just like a human would. The result is dramatically faster response, hours of manual work condensed into minutes. AIR doesn't replace SOC analyst, but it offloads repetitive, well-defined tasks, freeing humans to focus on complex and novel threats. Let's walk through a concrete example of automation, handling a phishing email attack with zero manual intervention. Microsoft Defender for Office 365, which I'll abbreviate as MDO, has an automated on investigation and response capability similar to Defender for Endpoint, specifically tuned for email. First, imagine a phishing email slips through a user inbox or a user spots a suspicious email and uses the report phish button. The moment that email is identified as malicious by the system or analyst report, MDO kicks off an automated investigation around it. The system identifies the malicious element, say it's a rogue URL or an Excel file with a macro virus. It then performs what we call cluster analysis. It searches all mailboxes in the organization for emails with the same indicator, that URL or that file hash. Let's say it finds that 10 other users also got this email, common in phishing campaigns, as we know. MDO will group these into a cluster. All these emails are now considered part of the same incident. Now comes the powerful part, auto remediation. As of 2025, Microsoft announced GA or full auto remediation for these malicious email clusters. If you have this enabled, the system will automatically execute the remediation, which for email is typically deleting the message from the user's inboxes, soft delete to their deleted items, or straight to quarantine. No more waiting for an analyst to click remove for each or even approve the action. The moment the cluster is confirmed malicious, zap, it's gone from all mailboxes. Microsoft uses the phrase removing identified threats at machine speed, and that's literally what happens. This feature is configurable. In the portal settings of MDO automation, you can choose which cluster types of auto remediate. By default, it's off, so you don't accidentally auto delete emails until you are comfortable. Many will enable it for high confidence scenarios like known malware attachments or phish links. You also specify the action. As of now, currently, soft delete is the method rather than permanent deletion as a safety net. Then you have oversight. Every automated email is recorded. In Threat Explorer or the Action Center, you will see entries showing messages removed from the reason, removed with the reason automated remediation. If for some reason a legit email get caught in these dragnet, an admin can restore it from quarantine. So you maintain control. The system doesn't do anything completely irreparable. Also, auto remediation is tenant bind but opt-in, so you can pilot it or scope it carefully. This example demonstrates how going from signal, in this case the reported phish, to shield, removing all instances of it, can be almost instantaneous with the right automation in place. It's a real world win for defenders leveraging Microsoft 365 Defender. Automated investigation and remediation handles routine threats, but extremely fast. Destructive attacks like ransomware require a stronger response. This is where Microsoft Automatic Attack Disruption comes in, using AI and cloud analytics to recognize attack patterns in real time and stop them immediately. It's essentially an emergency brake for the SOC. If Defender sees multiple devices encrypting files or a known attack pattern unfolding, it can automatically isolate affected machines, disable compromised account, blocks malicious process, or kill active sessions within moments. These actions are drastic but effective and are triggered only when the alternative is widespread damage. The SOC isn't left in the dark. Incidents are flagged with full visibility into which devices were contained or accounts disabled, building analyst trust. The value is speed. Ransomware that could take down dozens of systems in 15 to 30 minutes can be stopped in 1 to 2, cutting off the blast radius before it grows. Similarly, insider threats or mass data exfiltration attempts can be halted by automatically locking the offending account. Automatic attack disruption is essentially your incident response plan executed at machine speed. It embodies from signal to shield, raising defenses instantly without waiting for human approval, the kind of speed needed against today's AI driven and human operated attack. While Microsoft 365 Defender provides built in automation within the Microsoft ecosystem, Sentinel extends this by orchestrating responses across the wider enterprises with more customization. Sentinel is a SIEM, so it ingests data not only from Defender but also from sources like firewalls, servers, or AWS, and its SOA capability act as an automation toolkit for the SOC. Playbooks built on Azure Logic apps are where the real power lies. With over 300 connectors covering Microsoft and third-party systems, Playbook allow complex multi-platform automation. For example, if Sentinel confirms a malware outbreak, a malware containment playbook could isolate the device through Defender, reset or disable the user's account in Enter ID, notify this SOC team in Teams, create a ServiceNow ticket, and even email the user's manager, all in parallel within seconds of the incident being created. This saves enormous time compared to humans executing each step manually. Sentinel also includes pre-built playbooks for common tasks like blocking IPs in firewalls, sending emails or Teams notification, or enriching incidents with virus total information. These can be used as is or customized. Its integration capability mean that any system with an API, like a VPN or a NAC platform, can be automated, whether for isolating sessions or sending SMS alerts. This orchestration is also powerful for operationalizing threat intelligence. A playbook can automatically block indicators of compromise across system, adding IPs to Azure firewall or hashes to Defender block list, closing the loop from detection to action. The key takeaway is that Sentinel provides the glue to coordinate responses across disparate systems. Defender automates within Microsoft tools, but Sentinel ensures that no matter where a threat appears, on-prem, in the cloud, or in a third-party services, a coordinated, automated response happens. It truly acts as a force multiplier for the SOC. Microsoft Security Copilot brings AI directly into the SOC as an expert assistant you can interact with in plain English. It combines GPT-4 with Microsoft's security intelligence to provide context, analysis, and guided actions. It's like having a seasoned responder ensuring no step is missed, particularly valuable for less experienced analysts. Beyond guided response, Copilot assists with triage. The phishing triage agent can cluster user-reported emails, separate true phishing attempts from false positives, and explain its reasoning. Copilot frees analysts to focus on confirmed threats. It also continuously learns from analyst feedback and Microsoft vast threat intelligence, so its recommendations evolve with the threat landscape. Analysts can also query it in natural language, such as asking if any device is communicated with a suspicious IP, and instantly get results across Defender and Sentinel, with the option to trigger containment actions. In short, Security Copilot adds an intelligent layer on top of existing automation, helping make sense of complex incidents, accelerating investigations, and guiding remediation. It's still maturing, but already demonstrates how AI and human analysts can work together to handle threats faster and smarter. Titan, or Threat Intelligence Tracking via Adaptive Networks, is Microsoft AI and graph powered system for mapping and exposing malicious infrastructure on the internet. Think of it as a vast web of connections linking domains, IPs, URLs, and file hashes. When Microsoft identifies something malicious like a phishing domain, Titan can immediately traverse the graph to flag related infrastructure, such as other domains on the same IP. This guilt by association approach uncovers threats before they are directly observed in attacks. Fueled by over 24 trillion signals daily from Defender threat intelligence, Defender experts, customer telemetry, and open source feeds, Titan makes correlations at scale no human team could. For example, one customer's discovery of a malicious URL might instantly reveal a set of related IPs and domains, all of which can be marked hostile and blocked across Microsoft ecosystem. A strong example is ransomware. If the first victim reports a new command and control server, Titan can link it to a wider set of attack infrastructure. Defender products can then preemptively proc communication to those servers for all customers, cutting off the campaign before it spreads. This is the essence of signal to shield. One detection anywhere can trigger global protection everywhere. While customers don't operate Titan directly, it silently amplifies the effectiveness of Microsoft tools, acting as a global early warning system that raises shields automatically. Even with strong intelligence and automation, human expertise remains critical. Active defenses means ongoing hunting and tuning so shields stay adaptive. Threat hunting is about proactively looking for stealthy activity that hasn't triggered alerts, often using KQL queries in Defender or Sentinel. Hunts often start from threat intel such as malware X creates registry key Y. Do we see it anywhere? MS provides many hunting queries in threat analytics and Sentinel GitHub community, so teams don't have to start from scratch. Once a useful query is identified, it can be operationalized as a scheduled detection rule, turning manual hunts into automated detections. Continuous monitoring also means watching automation itself. Dashboard shows how many incidents are auto-resolved versus needing human input. If certain alerts are consistently handled well by automation, expand its use. If analysts repeatedly reverse automated actions, refine or add exceptions. Testing is, of course, equally important. Simulate attacks like phishing campaigns or malware drops to confirm your detection and responses pipeline actually works end to end. Did alerts trigger? Did AIR investigate and quarantine? This ensures readiness before a real attack. Final, track metrics like mean time to respond and incidents per analyst. Automation should drive these numbers down, freeing analysts to focus on complex threats. If improvements stall, revisit processes or configurations. In short, treat TI and automation as living programs, not set and forget. Hunt proactively, refine detections, and monitor performance so defenses continually adapt to new threats. To make all of this truly work, start by centralizing your signals, ensure security data from Office 365 endpoints and identities float into Microsoft 365 Defender, and feed additional logs like firewall into Sentinel. Integration and a single pane of glass are what enable correlation and speed. Use threat intelligence actively, read threat analytics report, apply their recommendations, and integrate trusted external feeds. In Defender, use custom indicators to proactively block malicious domains, IPs, or hashes. If you have MDTI, let analysts pivot through for deeper context. Don't let Intel sit idle. Push it into alerts, hunts, and preventive controls. Approach automation in phases. Start with low risk wins, such as isolating confirmed ransomware devices or deleting known phishing emails. Then expand as confidence grow. Use audit or approval modes before switching to fully automatic. Review Microsoft recommended defaults and enable features like email auto remediation once you're ready. Always monitor automated actions. Review the Action Center and Sentinel logs to see what was remediated and adjust if false positive occurrence. If analysts repeatedly undo automation, refine the logic. If they manually repeat the same action, automate those tasks. Track how many incidents are auto-resolved versus manual, aiming to increase automation without losing quality. Finally, empower the team. Ensure analysts know the tools at their disposal like Copilot and its ability to draft reports or guide responses so they avoid duplicating work. Foster trust in automation by verifying results and promoting continuous learning as Microsoft capabilities evolve quickly. In short, by centralizing the data, operationalizing the threat intel, scaling the automation responsibly, and of course, keeping the humans engaged and trained, you maximize Microsoft platform and turn its features into real world risk reduction. As we conclude, Let's reflect on the theme from signal to shield. With M365, this isn't just a slogan, it's an achievable reality for defenders. Threats are constantly evolving, but Microsoft defenses adapt as well. Global Intelligence, Titan, and Copilot ensured that when a new signal emerges, whether a novel malware or suspicious login, tools rapidly translate it into updated protections. This is a shift from reactive security to proactive defense, raising shields before threats fully form. What once took hours or large teams can now happen in seconds. With 7,000 attacks per second and trillions of signals daily, automation and intelligence are essential. Features like self-healing investigations, instant attack disruption, and email auto remediation cut off threats before they are spread. Instead of juggling point solutions, MS offers an integrated suite. Defender, Sentinel, and Copilot all work together, enriching each other. This means fewer gaps, faster triage, and more value from tools you like already own. Signals from identity, endpoint, and email combine to tell the full attack story. Automation and AI are here to empower, not replace your analysts. Routine tasks like phishing, triage, isolating infected devices, or compiling reports can be offloaded. That frees human to focus on creativity, intuition, and chasing advanced threats. The ideal state is humans and digital analysts working together for stronger defense. Evaluate where you stand. Are you using features like automated investigations or Sentinel playbooks? If not, start small, enable them in audit or approval mode, pilot security copilot when available, invest in team training on hunting and automation, and keep improving in cycles. Intel, then detection, and we have response, and then again Intel. In sum, Microsoft platform gives us the ability to drastically improve outcomes if we configure, tune, and use this tool to their potential. We can truly turn every signal into a shield for our organization. Thank you for listening. Feel free to reach out if you have any queries.